we gonna try to do it for the YouTubes and the Instagrams. Let's see how it goes. See. Como se dice? See. Okay. The audio is actually gonna be way better over here than over there. Sorry. I don't know how to. They're not talking yet. They're not the same. They're not the same. Okay, so welcome back. Welcome. We ain't do no makeup. We don't care about lighting. We just gonna try it. All right, so you're the focus. Welcome back, and I got that from Zodi too. Welcome back to another episode of Thanks Divorce. And we're gonna talk about, as you can see in the title, how to build a life that you didn't even ask for. And this is specific to those going through a divorce. And whether you initiated it or not, you are definitely building a new life. And for the ones who did not initiate it, you didn't even ask for this. You didn't ask for it, you didn't want it, you didn't see it, you didn't expect it. You don't even want to do it. And so there's some element of it that can be kicking and screaming because nobody wanted, I didn't want to do this. So here we are. So how do you build a life that you didn't ask for? I said it again. The short answer is just do it. Very Nike, very short and sweet, bootstraps type of thing. Like, let's just put on our big girl panties and do it. And that is way easier said than done. I understand that. I know that. I've lived it. So in a more practical, less quick and dirty kind of way, how do you build this new life? My best advice is to just give yourself the best things. Because now we start from scratch. Why the hell not? Why not give myself everything I've ever wanted, needed, desired, thought about, dreamt of, anything? Let's just do that. There's nothing wrong and no shame and no guilt and no nothing around giving yourself the best things. So you're curating a new life, essentially. That, yeah, it sucks. I think there's time and space to acknowledge, like, this sucks. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. All these things. But then you just keep going. You just keep swimming. You just keep curating. You just keep creating the life that you want. Because you're currently in the space of where it's time to build a new one or time to build, period. You actually don't want to be there. So onward and upward. We're just building from a space of, well, what do I want? How do I check in with myself to figure out what it is that I want? And for a lot of people, that's hard to answer. Hard to figure out, hard to know. And even when you're going through actual heartbreak, that is difficult to see and feel because the most present feeling is heartbreak or loneliness or resentment or whatever it is that's there concurrently with, I have to build a new life. And time just doesn't stop ever. And it sucks that that's even a thing. If I could push a button to stop time sometimes, I would. Specifically when it comes to grieving. I remember when my father passed away, I was like, I just wish the world would just stop so I can feel and feel it all the way through and basically let it wash through my body. But because the next semester of school was starting, I never took a semester off. I had to go and be a student again. I didn't think to take a semester off. That's a whole nother thing. But I just wanted the world to stop for a second, one full day. Could I just be and do nothing and have nothing expected of me And then you got to like read books and write papers and get grades. That was the worst semester of my entire life. But yeah, time doesn't stop, so we have to be in the midst of a lot of things at the same time. So give yourself the best things. Curation. What does that look like? Only talk to people who you have great conversations with. Only wear clothes that feels good on your body, and get rid of things that don't. No matter what size you are, or what size you want to be, or what size you were, or whatever. It's literally about every single moment. One foot in front of the other. How do I feel today? Give yourself the best experiences. Like if it's, I'm going to a comedy show, or I like to just sit near a gargantuan tree, or a new hobby or an old hobby, just giving yourself those things. Because honestly, what you're after is a feeling. What you're after is a feeling of like, this feels good. This feels good in my body. This feels good with my soul right now. All I want to do is give myself good things. And if that lands in the world of spirituality, or a church or a synagogue or a mosque or wherever people go there. And even if, like, I know for a fact that I'm not walking in the Christian faith like wholeheartedly, and I know I was raised in it, but I know that if I go to a church today and just sit there, I'm gonna feel amazing. Because something about a choir singing, the type of church that I went to, the choir singing just lifts your whole spirits. And there's usually a good word attached to it. So why not give yourself these good experiences? Going in a place where you can hear babies, like, or go to a dog park if you love dogs. You just go, give yourself these good experiences. The feeling is what you're after. And that can be your North Star, the carrot in front of you to move you through all these emotions and this large change in your life. And in addition to the good things, I think another good thing is grace. Giving yourself grace, because it's a lot. It's a big ask for you to build a new life. And if you were not the initiator, the rug was yanked up from underneath you, and that hurts. So find the good feelings, run towards those, and give yourself some grace, because you are going through a lot. And also give yourself time to heal, time to grieve, time to mourn, time and grace, and some compassion. Let's put that in a package, just time, grace, compassion. TGC. Give yourself time to feel the feelings and keep trucking anyway. Like, yeah, this sucks, but we're just gonna keep going. And yeah, I hate this person or this circumstance, but now the focus is you. So, which is a grand opportunity in the, grand scheme of things. But you get to create the life that you want, a new life. And if you thought that was a life that you wanted, yes, it was. And now you get to create a new one. Because you have to. It's very much like motherhood. I don't know how many of you are moms. I don't know who I'm talking to, honestly. I'm just blabbing into a mic. You become a mother, and it's like, yeah, baby, boom, boom, boom. But it's like, oh, you're a whole mother. And with all these circumstances, all the things that come with it, you just got to keep doing it. You just keep going. There's only forward now. There's only one direction to go. So with the divorce, not saying this exact the same, it's not the exact same thing, but you're in a new life, and onward and upward. Onward and upward. And whatever feeling it is that you want to feel, happiness, joy, pride, contentment, whatever, like, chase that feeling. We don't know where it lives. We don't know That's the fun of it. It can be, there's my perspective, that's how I live my life. But it can be fun to discovering what those things are, either anew or brand new. Yeah, that's my tidbit for today, honestly. I do want to reiterate, it sucks to have to build a life that you didn't ask to have to build, and you just keep going, you just keep swimming. You don't have much of a choice, which is a little bit of pressure, but whatever, you got this. You got this. And I pray that you keep building and creating a life that would be unfathomable or unimaginable to your prior life within the marriage, in the best of ways only. Because we don't know what's on the other side of any of this. Nobody knows. We don't know what's happening next, tomorrow, none of these things. And we could even make plans and still be wrong. But I hope that we're able to create a beautiful, curated life. And I say curated because there's a lot going on in the world. And it's okay to live in your own bubble of amazingness. I really think that I live an enchanted life. And like my belief of that, it just keeps manifesting over and over again. With the people I talk to, experiences I have, random things that happen to me, everything. My life is enchanted in many, many, many ways. And I don't use that word for anything else. But, yeah. And I remember going through the thick of my relationship, and I was in this book club, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I can't say. I do feel lost in a lot of ways. But I know what I want it to feel like. I know what I want it to feel like. And that's all I really cared about. And so I just make my yes or no decisions based on like, will that make me feel like that thing I like or no? Do I want to have this conversation? Do I want to stop this conversation? Do I want to go on that trip? Do I want to hang out with this person or not? I'm happy to start a thing and stop whenever that feeling stops. Because I don't want it. I don't want it no more. I changed my mind. It's fine. We're all allowed to change our mind. And I feel like I've said this before, specifically, like I'm on a date and I'm not feeling it. We can go and like verbally say, this was interesting, but I'm not interested in moving forward with this connection. Thank you for your time. I had a good time and best of luck. Boom, boom. Just words that communicate a thing. We're done here. We tried. And we're not going to do it no more. Yeah, so in the pursuit of rebuilding or creating or building a new life, my best advice, the Janine version of advice, is to find a feeling that you would like to live in, swim in, be in, and let that be your North Star in all the decisions that you make. I've done that with how I design my home, with all the people I talk to, what I wear, how I cut my hair, all the things. Like, this is the best case scenario. I remember back in college or right before college, I read the book, The Art of Happiness by, what is his name? You know, he's like a Buddhist. Everybody knows him. Boom, forgot his name. Taoism, maybe? I don't know what he studies. I can picture the book he has on red. Was he a monk? I'm sorry, it's horrible, but the name of the book is The Art of Happiness. and I want to say Thich Nhat Hanh, but it's not him. He just passed away. I'm going to Google it right now because I am upset that I don't know the Dalai Lama. Frick. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. And it's a wonderful book. But the premise of it, let me just give you Cliff's Notes, is that if you just keep making decisions that make you happy, if you keep making decisions about your life that make you happy, you will end up with a happy life. Like, happiness is a marathon of decisions, not just like a destination and a sprint. It's none of those things. It's a bunch of checkpoints. Am I happy? Am I happy? Am I happy? Am I happy? I mean, just keep going, and boom, woo. And when I started to that whole thing about like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know how I want it to feel, it hasn't steered me wrong. And sometimes I fail at that. Sometimes I'm in a situation like, how did I get here? How did I get here? And then maybe I'll leave, but maybe I'll just like, all right, well, I just want to be polite this time. But for the most part, I'll leave. But right now, yes, I do enjoy my life. There are ways that it can get better and ways that it can improve still, always. Still walking in my healing journey for sure. And you're never really fully cooked. You're never really done healing, you know? But again, best advice. Find the feeling, follow it, do it, and do it with every single micro and macro decision of your life. And I hope and kind of promise that it's a winning formula. Boom. That's it. That's the episode. That's what I'm going to say. That's how I feel. That's what's on my heart right now. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on your journey. Thank you for choosing this podcast and this episode. If it helps you in any way, I hope it does. And that's it. That completes this episode of Thanks Divorce. And catch anything that I say and do on the Instagrams at Thanks Divorce Podcast. You can go to the website, thanksdivorce.com. Coaching is still available. Well, pre-registration has started. Thank you for that in advance. What else? I'm on Instagram as Yes Janine, YESSJANINE. You want to follow me there. I do a lot of things in my stories, but I post whenever I feel like it. Well, that's it. That's me. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you next week on another episode. You should really see my hands. I hope I can make this video and put it on YouTube. We'll figure out how that works. But on another episode of Thanks Divorce. Take care. I paused it. Your turn. Okay, bye.